leaderboards, I guess. So, start off with the ace high board with kings. That's always a promising. It's always a promising start to the day. Double check river. I mean, I expect an ace to bet most of the time. So we will go for a bet. And what did he have there? He had pocket fours that called the river there. So 6-7 suited, we fold. Ace four. I think we'll bet this sometimes, not always, but we'll bet it this time. Ace jack suited will call on a 93 roll. Queens will be an open. And ace jack. What do we want to do? We want to block? Do we want to block this? I guess we do. And over here with queens, very multi-way. We'll go with 1/3 this time. Fives we got counterfeited, but I'm not gonna bluff into two people over here. Just not gonna do it. And down here we're gonna be getting it in for 20 blinds. And over here we just bet a third again and got a fold, so there's that. King 3 will bet this time, not always. Again, I mean, there's a lot of these spots where that are like that. And I don't think to such a small check raise we fold, even though I don't expect this to be a bluff that much. Still going to call with the backdoor flush draw. Some potential implied odds on a king if he does have some bluffs, which, I mean, it's possible. Call it again. I'd say the bluffs are pretty unlikely at this point. But, I mean, I could be wrong, but I would say they are. Queen 4. I think I'm just going to fold with no backdoors there. Ace 10 over here, we'll bet this time. Seems like a pretty reasonable barrel spot. Blocking the straight, 10 of spades, overcard, all that stuff. I'm just going to fold to the 4-bet here with pocket tens. That guy is very tight. Very tight indeed. Gonna check call, I think. Not always gonna check raise this. Over here we'll call. Back over here. The problem with check calling is, like, I just don't expect to face a lot of bluffs, so there is that. Christ. Call. Ace river is whatever, I guess. Boy. Can we jam this? That is the question. That is the question. I mean, it's ace, queen. He's got queens, aces, possibly eights. Yeah, I think we just call. Yep, that's about the size of things. That's about the way things go these days. What are you gonna do? Oh man, I've just never seen anyone run like this in my entire born days. I've never seen anything like this. But it must just be variance. This must be standard. People must go through this at some point. For extended stretches of time. I think we can 3-bet this against this guy. He's pretty... It looks like he likes a fold. So we'll 3-bet it. And we get 4-bet. Alright. We'll 3-bet again. How about that? Man, these guys are tight though. A lot of these guys pretty nitty. Down here, we'll start with a bet. Do we want to bet again? I mean, this guy is tight, but I think we can bet again. I think there'll be enough ace-high floats that have to fold and whatnot. Not gonna bluff river. Just don't think, I mean, what are we trying to fold in? Pocket eights exactly. Tens probably won't fold, so we'll just give up. And we get ripped on. All right. All right. I mean, okay. We can 3-bet this down here as well, I think. This guy's 14-12-0 so far. All right, we'll bet this time. And we'll bet again on this turn. The spot I was talking about earlier, that one where I think you can just do a lot of barreling when they check call. Unfortunately, I had it that time. King 4 over here. We'll just bet. Check up here. Ace King down here. We'll check. Huh. Large size. Still gonna call large size with ace high. It's not a great river. I'm gonna barrel the King 4 over here. Over here. Get shoved on. All right. All right. All right. All right. You want to make money on PokerStars? Just play with me in the pool and just play hands against me. You'll do just fine. You'll have the nuts most of the time if we get involved. That's all you gotta do. Easy game. Well, I'm not gonna fold ace king blind on blind. I don't care what the stats say. Stats can be whatever they want to be. We're getting it in every single time. Blind on blind. Down here, I think even for half pot we peel ace jack, or ace queen rather. Gonna have to fold turn though. I mean, we just block ace king. We block the king quite well, and having obviously the gut shot and overcard is pretty good. So, yeah, I'm just gonna bet turn now, I think. It's such a god-awful, horrific river. That's funny. There's nothing I can do on this river. I have to check. I plan on jamming some rivers, but he's just got tens full anyway. Holy fuck, man. What is going on here? Just logged in, just got started. Wowzers. I think that's the same guy who had the full house when I had the trips, I think. Just a minute ago. Six is no diamond. I'm gonna check. We ISO'd this guy. Check again. Four of diamonds. He's eight. Up here, this dude limped. We ISO. We'll bet. We'll go half pot. We'll go 2/3. And we're getting shoved on down here again. And up here, do we ever want to check this river? I'm going to check this time. Given how many suited cards these guys play, I think there's a decent chance. He has missed flush draws and stuff, so, well, there was a decent chance. He had the 8 deuce of diamonds. Unfortunately, he rivered an 8, so no bluff. But we were kind of on the right track there. Sort of. These guys are pretty tight up here on the top right. So we'll go ahead and open this. Flop set down here. We still have a set. I think this is a good overbet hand, if we have overbets here. Unblocking everything. I think this would be a good one. I have a lot of full equity with the overbet though, but I think I don't mind it with that hand specifically as much. What do we do with this? Do we bet? Do we check? I think we can do either. Let's check. If I had something like Queen 7 of spades, I would be more likely to bet. But we just get pipped with our 9 kicker a lot of the time, so we do make flush. Probably should have led the river, honestly, small. What did he have? He had 6-4. They both had 6-4, actually. I probably should have led there, but we get the lead. All right. Queen turn doesn't change a whole lot. I mean, you could have just a random queen jack or queen 10 kind of bet, but I think we call again. But I'm already not loving this, to be honest. We do get the 4 straight. He checks. I don't think there's any value. We still run into the random queen 10 and just like king queen with a club and 6 7 7 8 5 6 stuff like that. So we do beat ace 6 though. And that is the end of that leaderboard. I don't think we are going to be getting on. But that's all right. We'll do 5-0 next. Alright, so that's 16 and L done. I kind of want to do, I kind of feel like I should do one of these start overs like other people have done. This like 500 to X. My confidence is shot, and I feel like it might prove something if I could do that. But if you think about it in the long term, like you're losing money in the short term, but in the long term, if it helps you mentally, maybe it's worth doing. I don't know. I might do it. I don't know. I think seven's no club. We just fold when he bets into two people there. Yeah, not gonna fold to this guy. Not to this guy. We're gonna check the monotone board here, though. And I think we will small bet turn like so. And I think we can, I mean, that river is kind of weird. Let's small bet again. Small bet, small bet. Snap bet, snap bet. Alright, call with ace high twice when we improve to a gut shot on the turn. This over here, honestly, I don't know about this. I really don't. I'm gonna fold. I don't know. Here we call the 3-bet. I do have him labeled yellow, but I don't have many hands on him, so not gonna be bluffing though. Not with this hand. I say that a lot. You know what? I mean, we just don't beat anything, but at the same time, we block pocket tens, it might fold. Just gonna run into ace queen or pocket jacks, I think. Yeah, ace eights I didn't necessarily think too much about. I mean, I'd rather bluff with, I don't know, something different. I'll probably have something like Jack 10 of hearts occasionally, which would be better, obviously. Or a hand we could bluff with. Or maybe one of the smaller pairs would be good. Maybe if I called pre-flop, if I rolled a call with, I don't know, a hand similar to his, sevens, sixes, something like that. Maybe that would be better. I don't know. Over here. We get the 4 straight. We'll just double block, block, block. Down here. We have that. Calling again with sevens here. Yeah. kind of expect not to win very much, but I expect to run into exactly 8s or 9s with this size in a lot. But is it possible he ever has something like ace-6? I doubt it. I'm gonna fold. I just don't think he has the bluffs. Up here. I will do this. I don't know what else to do. Check? Fold? I don't know. It's a bad river. River 2 pair. I was kind of hoping he had a 9, but not that one. Over here, this actually might not be a bad spot to bet. Blocking ace-9 is a real thing. Snap call. I don't like the snap call, but I think I am going to bet river with this hand. This could be way off base. Maybe this is something I don't want to be doing, but... we also block ace-jack, jack-queen. All these things. Well, I mean, that's... why we thought that was a decent bluff was because we blocked that hand, but... these guys are magical in their ability to make hands, so... I know we're blocking a 9 that could fold, but I think blocking the main 2 pair, that's one of the main 2 pairs, is ace-10, ace-9. And then blocking ace-jack, jack-queen seems quite nice. But... maybe it's not. Oh, this is another one. I'm not sure if we should bet or check. I'm gonna check. If he has a queen, he's gonna bet. He might bet a king. It's possible. And there's a lot of a lot of missed draws. He could just have spades. So we'll go for the check shove for the remainder of his stack. Well, it looks like he had nothing. Jack 10. I'm gonna check this time. This is one of these spots though where people check. I think betting is not a terrible idea. Turn will bet now, I think. Over here with 10s, we have no history with this guy whatsoever. I think this still mixes though, doesn't it? Don't know. I'm gonna 4-bet it. I think if we get shoved on though, I'm gonna fold. Maybe I shouldn't 4-bet it then. I just don't think you can get 10s in pre-flop from any position, honestly, unless it's against a very unique player that you have a lot of history with and have got reads on and stuff. That Yolan Cohen made a video on stars at 200 zoom. He doesn't usually play on stars, so just gonna fold ace-9, I think. Up here with Jack-10, we'll go for the double block, I guess. I don't know. I'm gonna run into some better 10s, but down here, I'll go for the check this time. I'm gonna do a fair bit of checking on these boards. Kind of want to raise, but at the same time, like, do you ever get a good turn card here? That's why I'm not gonna do it. Call again. Check call, check call. Check call, check call, check call. Yeah, we don't really have much choice given the way we played this. Somebody bluffed. Oh my goodness. The old 5-0 leaderboard's not treating us very well, though. Going to be a pretty high frequency check, I would say, generally speaking, this board in this situation. And turn, I mean, what is the incentive to bet this hand? Like, what's the reason? I just can't think of one, really. Fold out ace-10, ace-jack, ace-queen. That would be about it, really. Call turn. Gonna have to fold this river, I suppose. Ace, king. We could check this board. We could bet this board. We'll go for a bet. Return a king. I mean, having the ace, king's on board. I think we'll check this time. Well, I think this is probably a bluff, and I think I should do like a click here, like that. Try to get called by the 9 of diamonds somehow, like 9-10 offsuit with the 9 of diamonds that just potted it for no reason, or induce maybe induce a bit of a spaz here. That would also be the reason for this. I mean, it's really hard to have a hand that can call a large size, I don't think. Yeah, I just don't think that's a spot that's gonna, he's just not gonna have enough hands to can call a large size. I think it's a good spot to bluff. Down here, we bet flop, we bet turn. Can't really bet the Heart River, I don't think, with this hand. Well, maybe we can, but it's also assuming that he folds a jack. Oh, he was never folding that hand. Never, ever, ever. We'll check the jacks up here. Easiest of turn calls. I think our hand's certainly worth a bet. Very easy fold if we get check raised. Sometimes he'll have the queen of diamonds and do that. For sure. But, yeah. Pocket nines, multi-way, we cannot bet. Ace tree of hearts. What do we want to do? I think check seems good. And double check I think is also good. And we'll go for a river bet of like half pot. I think we could bet a king here. If we had something like king 10, king jack, we could do this. So we got some value hands there. As far as bluffs, I mean, I think we could probably turn some of our smaller pairs that didn't bet into bluffs, maybe. Or if we decided not to bet flop with something like, I don't know, 5-6 of spades or something. And that's the 5 vanilla leaderboard done. Double gutter over here. I think we're just going to bet small. I think we could use bigger size on this board, like, you know, something like that too. I think. We make a pair on the turn. Can't see us betting it though. We do not make the 4 straight this time. I think worth a bet, we just have to fold, right? I mean, what is he bluffing with on this river? Turning an 8 into a bluff. 7-8 makes 2 pair. Jack 9 makes a straight. He could have any ace. He could have queen 10. He could have queen 8. He could have 10-7. Yep. I don't think we did too well on any of those leaderboards. I don't know how I could play better. I'm trying to think of what I could do to improve the play quality here. I mean, you just don't get a lot of spots. Like I don't get a lot of spots to you don't flop sets and win big pots. Like it just doesn't really happen. You go days without it happening, which is kind of amazing when you think about it. Like as many hands as I've been playing, you think that would happen sometimes, but I can't remember. I mean, it happens against me enough. I know that, but I can't remember the last one. It's really bizarre. Hmm. Yeah, let's. I think sometimes do this. Same as we'll do this over here. I just think people flat too many pocket pairs, as I said millions of times in the past. King, queen, no club. I think we'll go somewhere around 40% this time. And I think down here, we're just going to bet again. I believe that river is kind of fail. I mean, he almost certainly has like king, queen, king, jack, king 10, or some sort of two pair. Yeah. I don't know. Ace 9 of diamonds. Okay, I guess we chop with that. Kind of a terrible river. I think I win the pot on most rivers that aren't a diamond. I wouldn't bluff a diamond anyway, but flop top set over here. Go with the small bet. I mean, as turns go, that would be somewhere near the bottom of what you'd want to see when you're blocking everything except the draws. So, yeah, I mean, that's got to be nut low turn, doesn't it? That one. Gotta be nut low. Guess we check. Not a very favorable runoff. I mean, if we face a bet here, it's really grotesque. Like, I almost don't even want to bet this. What do we get called by? King Jack? I don't know. I assume he bets a flush himself, though. Gonna go for the check raise here. That worked. All right. That's what I mean by no spots. That's a good example of one there. It takes you, you know, takes you 1,500 hands to flop that hand, and then you can't bet it once you do. So, or you're beat already, like I was the last couple times with some big hands. This is kind of not fun either. I'm gonna call. Just because, I mean, he could have any of the draws. That's not a good river. Gonna have to fold this river. 6-4 makes a straight. I think that size is interesting. I'm gonna fold though. I don't know. Down here, the good times just keep on rolling. I'm gonna check again. Man, there's so many connected cards come off. How many straight flush and royal flush opportunities can you have? All of them. That's how many. We will call river for the block size. Yeah. There's a serious inequity here in made hands and runoffs. Serious. And that's why I have barely any win rate. This is why. It's not me. Not the way I play. Not that I play great, but I know I'm playing better than them. I know that. There's just nothing you can do in these spots. Where you just never flop it. Let's do, again, let's go with like 40% or half pot, whatever. Get the snap call. We'll bet again. I think half pot again is good. And I think Jam River is going to be the play here. We just got to pray that he folds pocket nines. Well, he didn't have pocket nines. He had a set of jacks. um, yeah, I don't know what to say. We could have checked there and beat some flush draws, but I think that might, I mean, that might not be great, but I think against somebody who, yeah. I mean, he could have a bunch of stuff there. He could have nines, he could have eights. He could have nines, he could have sevens, he could have some flush draws that make a pair. Like he could have rivered 6x of clubs maybe, or what else? Maybe a hand like 4x of clubs somehow, possibly. Yeah. Don't know, maybe my hand selections, maybe my hand's too good. I don't know. blocking ace jack spades though, which is nice. We could check and win against missed flush draws. Like I say, you got jack X of clubs though. That's something he can have. We could also have like ace queen of clubs, ace 10 of clubs. Get him off the chop. I don't know. Maybe my bluffing selection there is wrong. Nothing we can do here with 10 high. We have to check. I do river straight though. Not loving the stars run out. It's like really not a fan. Really not a fan of all the insanity we're seeing here. This dude is a gigantic nit. Holy smokes. Get an overcall here. Go with a small bet. Up here we are not going to fold to that size. Naturally we flop nothing. Well, not nothing. We do have a gut shot. I guess that's something. But here we do have a set though. We'll call turn. Again, not the best river. Man, how is it possible these boards run off this way so much though, honestly? How is it a thing? Probably should just raise turn. He had ace-7. He probably wouldn't have folded. It just looks so strong with a player behind, but I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters. I don't know. Maybe that was bad. Let's go this size this time. Not the best flops. For 10s, we'll bet though. We get some folds. King 9 over here with no diamonds. I mean, I don't think I could peel. I think I need like King Jack or something. King Queen, King 10. I don't think every King X. I think that one's going to have a backdoor flush draw to get to the turn. Ace King over here. We check call this time. Probably could bet as well sometimes, but this is a pretty good board for the button. So we check call. Checking it down. Somehow win. Somehow win. We're on lap 5. It's not looking good for us. Some of these guys are cashing every day, like fairly high up. There's a guy called Jordy LFC and there's a guy called Matranos, who both of those guys are cashing relatively high up every single day on all of the leaderboards. Let's see how they did on the 816 one. Yeah, I mean, he's going to make top 20 again on that one. This guy here with the 7-Up avatar, that guy. And there's another guy, Borja Borjan. That guy, he's winning just tons of them. Somehow. Really bizarre. Really bizarre. Bizarre stuff. Pocket 8's down here. Not thrilled about this. But I think we'll call again in Fold River. Force him to fire. I don't think it's impossible for him to be value betting something like 7s or even a hand like Ace 5. Like I wouldn't be shocked given his stats. He's not going to bet those hands on the river though. Probably supposed to call with that though, theoretically. I think that's... He shouldn't have tons of aces in that spot. Probably just has a jack though. Well, 10-0 didn't go too hot. Let's see. Let's look at this. He's not played that stake yet. I don't think. Yeah, there they are. Like, what is going on with this leaderboard? What's up with that? How are they able to do it every day? This guy, second place again. Weird stuff going on. Weird stuff going on. I don't know if he plays the 5-0 one. There's that guy. Say he's on the 5-0 one. Able to make it pretty often, so I guess he'll be there. He is there. See, he's on the 10-0 one, both. You know, so he's gonna do relatively well on both those. And then you got the 16 one. He's also in the top 5 on that. This will end up cashing for something. I don't know what, but something. So that's 3 for 3. And then you got the 25-0 one. Let's see if I can find him anywhere. He might have bricked this one. Either that or he's not played it yet. One of the two. And it wouldn't be weird if he didn't win so many the last week and a half. It wouldn't be weird at all for somebody to have one day like that or 2 days like that, maybe, but every day. I don't know. It's a little odd. I guess it's just variance, though. I guess they're just getting lucky. Right? It can happen. I mean, how unlucky are we then, really? I mean, poor Mike's never won one. I did win the 16-0 one once. That was something. There's Matrinos again. Look at the 15-0 one. Borja Borjan, there's that guy. I don't see them here. I guess they're just getting fortunate. Matrinos. He might stick around with that or something. Yeah, maybe we just run like terrible at it. Maybe that's what it is. 100-0. I think he does them all. We're up to this stake. There's that Borja Borjan again. Yeah, we must be running terrible at these. Look at the completed ones. Look at 816. There's Borja Borjan. Look at completed. Look at the 5-0. There's Borja again right there. 25-0. I don't see him anywhere. There he is. Cash for $10. That's pretty bad for him, really. 10-0. There's Matrinos. There's this LFC Jordy guy. Where's Borja? He'll be on here. I didn't do too hot in this one. If he played it. Which I'm pretty sure he did. But 50 in L1, there's that guy again. Or did I already look at this one? Maybe I already looked at this one. Kind of curious to see the PLO ones as well, just to see what. There he is there in third place, somehow in the PLO one. PLO 50, Mantis, it's not the same guy. Metranos, there he is there. Ten and L1, there he is, second place. I don't know. I don't know. 5 and L. Nowhere to be seen. Probably didn't do the 5 and L because it ain't worth much. Yeah, probably didn't bother with that one. Probably don't do these ones either because they don't pay out many places, but anyway. That one's done. Looks like a bunch of bricks today, though, so far. Got one left though. Check fold, top left. Well, we do turn an open or a gut shot with an overcard. Do we bet? I mean, yeah, I can see it. Maybe we make him fold ace. I mean, he could have all the suited aces for all I know. So we'll just go half pot, half pot. See what he does. Alright. King 9 down here. Bet this time. A6 over here. Jesus Christ, we're not very not liberally flopping hands or anything. A6, no diamonds. Man, this is really not ideal. I will bet though sometimes. What are these flops? Struggling to flop a backdoor draw here. Aces on this board. We probably have some checks if we want to. We do roll a 14 though, so we'll go with the tiny bet on the monotone flop. We do get a fold. All right, over here, pocket tens. Honestly, we can just fold this. Unknown player. He is squeezing. It is, yeah, just a fold, I think. As sad as that is, the reality. Did not flop it up here. Again, I think we can just half pot this board. And how about a 2/3 kind of deal on this turn? Yep. Not much we can do with what's happening, really. Running into the nuts a lot. Not making hands, running into the nuts a lot. It's a bad combo. Up here, we do not flop anything. We'll check this time. Don't turn anything either. We'll check again. Over here we do have trips. I'm going to call. Up here, I think we're going to raise this. Over here, we'll go something like this. Snap fold, obviously. Obviously. And here we have this. We get 4-bet, large 4-bet. Well, not that large, but large-ish, let's say. We're going to be all in. I said people never stack off with jacks, but there it is. There's jacks. It's the first time I've seen that in a long... Well, actually, I saw it maybe last week. But that last week was the first time I saw it in a long, long, long time. I'd say these two instances together are few and far between. Gee whiz, up here. I'm going to call this time. Not even going to 4-bet this guy. Do not flop a pair. Do not have a heart. We do block the queen relatively well. Still going to peel when he bets so small, but we're not happy at all. Like, not even slightly. It's one of these spots where we can't really bluff a whole lot either. If it comes... If he checks turn... if he checks turn... Yeah, we just can't bluff. He's not going to fold. He's not going to fold a pair like jacks or tens or whatever, so... Yeah, he would have called with that when the flush draw misses. I can 4-bet ace king against him though. Obviously, but not always. We'll flat there sometimes. Regardless. I'm gonna 3-bet up here instead of call. When he opens 3x, I'm gonna 3-bet more than when he opens 2x, I think. Or 2.5x, whatever you want to call it. Hands that are cuspy, like that one's not that cuspy, but it's close. Close enough to the cusp. Min raise down here, we'll call. I think there's some merit to just raising this now. For the protection and everything. Like, I think people bet call over cards here a lot and stuff. So, that's not a good turn. Not at all. Not even a slightly good turn. Not even close to a good turn. Bombs away on river. This has kind of got me a little bit suspicious. A little bit suspicious. I don't really have any hands that call here, I don't think. I'm going to call. Just a flush. But I would assume he has hands that bet call there with just a heart in them, like, I don't know, king queen with a heart, or king jack with a heart, or queen jack with a heart, or ace 10 with a heart, or, you know, something like that. I think he is polarized there, though, to like a 9 plus. And I don't know what we raise flop with that checks turn that calls river. Not very many hands. Down here with ace 3. Did we start betting this turn now? I don't know. Maybe. Seems alright. Sometimes, at least. Man, the points are... I don't know how these guys do it every day. Like, I just don't get it. These guys are making like $300 to $500 a week off this leaderboard. Consistently. Bet over here. Probably gonna bet twice. Probably. At least. Can we check raise this and just go with it? Probably not against him. 18, 14, 3. Check call. See if we can get the 4 straight to come in. No, we can't. We'll block river. Shouldn't have that much ace X really. Maybe ace jack. That I don't think ace jack checks turn. So probably not. Free bet up here occasionally also. Not much of a flop really. It's not good. I think we'll bet though. Mostly checking this board though. Not going to be doing loads of betting. Gonna check turn. Probably gonna go for the check shove. Odd as that seems. And just hope he has some floats like ace 9 suited or whatever. I mean, this might be terrible, but I feel like good hands oftentimes raise flop. So I'm just gonna rip it. And we'll see another way to play it. That worked out alright. Here we got this. Could check, could bet. Could do numerous things here. We'll bet this time. Well, we can't do numerous things. It's either check or bet. It's not like that's numerous. That's a couple options. Ace deuce, so we plop a pair. Go with the small bet. Gonna be another brick on this leaderboard. Brick, brick, brick. Brick, 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 brick. We do got the aces with no action over here, though. We did get aces all in once this session. That's pretty good for us. Still can't imagine what 12 BB looks like over 80,000 hands. Like how you have to run to get that. I mean, how many hands do you make? You just have to be constantly making hands. That is the only conceivable way I can see it happening. Two pair up here for our last hand of the leaderboard. Just 3 streets. He'll have every ace known to man except ace king, basically. So he'll have ace deuce, ace 3, ace 5, ace 6, ace 8, ace 10, ace jack. So just go bet again. And he has ace 6. So 2 pair over 2 pair. Yeah, I mean, I don't see what we could do differently there. Really? I just don't see. I mean, he's got every ace. We know that. He's going to have ace 5, ace deuce, ace 3, ace 8, ace 9, ace 10, ace jack. Some maybe curious queens, possibly. Wouldn't surprise me if he got called by a hand like queen jack sometimes. But just got the flop to ace6, so oh man, not much you can do in a lot of these situations. Running like fucking absolute death, man. Just overall, just death. It's a fucking death run. It is a fucking death run, honestly. It's a wonder I'm doing is it's a wonder I'm doing as good as I am, but got some bad news today though, so there's that, I suppose. So that's nice. Yeah. Well, what can you do? What can you do? What can you do? Nothing. That's what you can do. So I want to watch this guy a little bit. So he's playing on stars. He usually plays on he usually plays on GG. What I've seen, I want to see how he does on. I want to see how he does on stars here. Looks like he's understacked for some reason. I guess he doesn't have the bank enough money in his account because he just got started to. Yeah, looks like it. Small deposit maybe. This must have been this morning early or something too. Let's see how he does. Oh, he's got more on the left now, but anyway, we'll just see how he does real quick. It's a short video, so we'll see. Ace Queen open. He opens for the min raise. Supposed to be a really good player. This guy plays high stakes, 5K and L and stuff. He did the 10,000 to 30,000 challenge and done it in like 16 days recently. He ran 15K above EV, but that's neither here nor there. Call ace queen, flop top pair. All right, that happens to us about once every. I don't know. Like we watch. Oh, how the fuck? Been watching this guy for 2 minutes. The first 3 bet he calls, he flops top pair, top kicker. Man, I can play for hours and not have this happen. Hours. Literal hours. I'm gonna put myself down here beside him. What happened on flop? I didn't see. Let's go back. Let's see. So he called flop, I guess. If I had to pick a turn, that would be the turn I would pick. I assume he's going to call again. I don't think you would shove this hand. Maybe you do sometimes. I'm sure there's some raising going on in theory. With no club in particular. But I'd expect him to call again mostly. Maybe sometimes raise, but mostly call. 4-3 on the right. I reckon he'll fold. And, that river is not perfect. It's not perfect because 2 reasons. Villain is going to expect us to have something like 9-10 suited, king jack, even queen 9 suited sometimes. So it's not good for that reason. And also he can have every king jack. So he has all 16 combos of the straight now. We block aces. We block ace king, which could be a potential barreling hand for him. But we do block the aces. And the 9, does he jam the river with a hand like, say, Jack 9 suited now? Does he do that? Probably does in these games. King 9 suited, Jack 9 suited. Man, I wouldn't be... He's got the Ukraine flag. Oh, man. I mean, theoretically, I guess, like, you would rather have... I mean, you chop with ace queen, so I guess that's good. But I would say you'd almost rather have king queen. But I don't think so. He's just going to hit the call button, I think, and not be happy. He might fold if he's... He might fold, but... That would be my play, would be hitting the fold button, but... He did have ace jack. Very nice. So they do bluff at these stakes. It's a little different. He wasn't happy about it, though. Let's see what he said.
Wise shouldn't bluff that much. The diamond region, the main diamond should, the ace of diamond should open like open check. I don't think he can fully stand. I think it might be possible, especially against 20 players. I think he should play lower. He can consider folding, but I think here we just need to pull.
Yeah. I think we kind of said the exact same thing. Sort of. Sort of. Queen 9 offsuit. He raises the limp. I probably wouldn't have done that. I don't think. If he was green, I would. Yeah. It's got him tagged, so raise pretty wide. Maybe I wouldn't, though. I don't know. But yeah, just flop top pair, 3-bet pot, call down, guys bluff, move on, win the stack, move on. King 7 suited. I don't know if this gets in as a 3-bet very much. I don't think it does. Yeah. Ace 5 suited plays as an open, though. He's hiding his screen name. He won't play on stars much anyway. There's no... He doesn't play this low, so... There's no bigger games that run on stars, really. So I don't think he'll... play here much. I think this is just more or less like a trial thing, just to test the waters sort of thing. Small deposit test waters. That's what this is. King Queen of Diamonds. I think you mix this. You might even 4-bet it sometimes, but I expect him to call mostly. But yeah. And he flops no pair. Not gonna fold. That was backdoor flush draw, no pair. Checking the call. Could potentially get frisky with this hand later as well, I think. Turns Jack of Diamonds. That's the... it's a star's turn if I ever saw one. If I ever saw one. Calling again. Does not get there. Snap checks river. And wins the hand with king high. Very nice. I'd have played that one the same. 10-8 of diamonds. Ooh, the diamond would have been nice. Ace-6 of hearts. Flops nothing. Check fold. Check fold, check fold. Yeah. You ever bluff a6? Would you ever bluff a6? That's the question. Problem is you got ace, deuce, ace 3, ace 4, ace 5 sometimes. And you've got absolutely nothing as well. Like not ace high. So you'll have like 5, 6 of clubs and all sorts of stuff. And like queen, whatever, queen 9 of spades and all sorts. So I don't think so. I think this doesn't bluff. Unless it's an exploitative move. But I don't think he will. I think he'll check. Oh, did he just reveal his screen name? Might have to go back and look. Oh, he's from Estonia. Something that ends in ITY. He just revealed it there. So we could probably figure out who he is now. Yeah. I can almost see what he's thinking. It's weird. You can see it on his face. It's tempting to bluff this hand, but you're just not going to. Oh, I'm on the wrong thing here. So, on the right, this is nice. You 4-bet and flop 2 pair. Start with the small bet. Get called. Spade is awkward. Not a good card for our hand. Not a good card for... We don't have that many flushes here. Let's face it. Most of our flushes are going to come from... Like, if this was King 8, 3, 4, then we have some flushes, but... or like 10, 8, 3, 4. We just don't have that many flushes because our 4-bet range... What do we have? I mean, maybe we 4-bet King Jack suited or King Queen suited sometimes. That's 2 combos. And maybe we can't even have 4-5 suited. You know, we just don't have many flushes. I think we got to check this turn. We just don't got the flushes. I don't see how this is a bet when we have like hardly none. Almost none. Very, very few. I would be checking turn. And now we basically have no flushes. But we do have the King of Spades. We could have Ace King with the King of Spades. We could have King Jack offsuit with the King of Spades. So that card actually makes it such that we have more nuts now than we did on turn. We have more 1-card spade combos. It makes King Queen. It makes King Queen with a spade less likely. King Queen offsuit with a spade. Ace Queen. Oh boy. Ace Jack. I think we run into a fair amount of like 9s with a spade, 8s with a spade, maybe even 10, not 8s because that's a set, but 9s with a spade, maybe even 10s with a spade. And then just some flop flushes like Jack 10 of spades or something like that. And then obviously Ace Queen he could have. He could have King Jack of spades or, you know, King Jack with just King Jack, you know, King Jack of spades. King 10 of spades maybe sometimes also. Question is, do we bluff this hand? Oh boy. I don't know. I don't know. Because the guy shouldn't have like Ace Jack offsuit. Really, the only way he can have the King of Spades is if he has King Jack of Spades, King 10 of Spades, or King Queen with a spade. That's really the only way. Oh, I would want to bluff, but I don't know if you bluff with this exact combo. Having the 2 pair. I don't know if you do, but... yeah. I would want to. I don't think I would tank this long with it, though. I think we actually kind of got lucky in this hand in a way. Yeah. Turn, I think, is weird. I'm gonna go back and see what he says, because I think he just has very few flushes on turn. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he has a bunch.
Bluff combos, but not that bad to bluff for this here. I'm gonna bet here it's something like 20.
All right.
Can bet one quarter here. On the turn, I think my hand is fine as a bet. I don't think it's a bluff enough against check here, so bet the turn again. Jack 10 against the leads. Just need to fold here.
He didn't really even consider the ranges. He just said they don't bluff enough against the check, so he's gonna bet. Interesting. In the river decision, I can get, I would want to bluff too. So I can see that. What happened on the left, though? Jack 10 hand, or whatever he had. What did he have? Yeah, he had nothing. Okay. What did he do, though, with that? What happened? Did he... Oh, he faces a lead, which, good play on that board. I don't do that stuff enough, but... Anyway, moving on. Moving on. Next hand. What do we got? Nothing, nothing. King, queen. Kind of an odd 3-bet. Oh, he didn't do it. Okay. I mean, it 3-bet sometimes, but I think it mostly calls. What's he gonna do on flop? Probably not gonna fold with the king of diamonds to this size. I guess he's gonna check call and not check raise. He'll 3-bet on the right, though. Check call, and that's just a fucking lovely turn. Oh, he doesn't get a bet on that turn. Okay, so what does that mean? So what does this guy have when he doesn't bet the queen of diamonds turn? Because this is a board where you'd expect him to do a fair amount of checking if he has absolutely nothing. Or not absolutely nothing, but if he has, like, yeah, like terrible hands, like, say, king 10 of clubs. Like, you wouldn't expect him to just bet this nonchalantly, just recklessly. So, what does he have? I guess he has some kind of a... I guess he has some kind of, like, 6 or pocket 7s, or maybe a hand like 5-3 suited or something. Maybe not 5-3 suited. Maybe a hand like 7s. Maybe a hand like 6-7 suited. Something like that. Maybe a hand like pocket 4s. Something like that, I would guess. And what's our play on river? Like, I don't think he has... Like, how does he have the jack of diamonds? Jack of diamonds is going to barrel a lot. And he's not going to see bet a lot of jack of diamonds. Unless it's pocket jacks that check turn. So, small bet? Does that make sense? What do we small bet? What is our range? What do we want to value bet on river? Do we want to value bet any diamonds? Do we want to value bet certain diamonds? I mean, I think if you have something like the 9 of diamonds, you can bet 7 of diamonds even. Maybe, I don't know, 9 of diamonds plus. So maybe not big. I don't know. We'll see what he does. He checks. I don't think I would have checked. I think I would have bet because I don't think he has. Yeah, he might value bet a diamond himself. Like he might say, okay, pocket. I don't think he's going to value bet pocket sevens with a diamond though. Or even, I think he needs 10 of diamonds plus to bet this guy. I don't think that's what he needs, but I think that's how he's going to look at it. So. Now the question becomes, do we raise? That's a weird bet. I didn't expect this. I thought. Now what does he have? What do I think he has? I think maybe a hand like that. Maybe like 9s, 10s, jacks with a diamond. Maybe the ace of diamonds sometimes. He could have the ace of diamonds sometimes. He could have something like ace 4. Nah, he's going to barrel that though. He's going to barrel a lot of his diamonds, so his ace of diamonds anyway. So, raise a daisy. And we have the ace of diamonds a lot here because we float flop with all sorts of ace X with the ace of diamonds, so he can't just nonchalantly shove there. But yeah, river, I don't think I would have checked for the reason that I don't know. I don't know if people turn pair. I don't think he turns the pairs into bluffs. Like say he had black 7s there. I don't think he bluffs with those. And my thinking would have been he doesn't have that much total air on flop. So it would be something like that, I think, a lot of the time. I don't know. Squeeze it up. This is a fun hand deep as well. He's going up to 15 blinds, a bit deeper. Deep with a fish as well in the small blind. Call. This is going to be a three-way party most like. With the smallest stack over 200 blinds deep. Be surprised if small blind folds now. No, he does fold. Okay. Oh, okay. Now we're getting into my territory of where things are just no fun. Well, so this is a deep spot. You do a lot more checking the deeper you get. So, snap check. This just sucks. If you face bets here, it's just no fun. But we're protected. We have aces. We have ace king. Probably have ace jack as well. But at the same time, he's going to be thinking the same thing. So when he has something like ace 10 suited, ace jack, maybe ace jack bets. But I wouldn't be surprised if ace jack checks here, in all honesty. So when he has ace jack, ace 10 suited, ace queen, he's probably going to take a pot control line as well. So I think I would double check this one if it were me. Problem with double checking is you kind of reveal the strength of your hand a bit, I think. And I don't really expect to get bluffed that much. So he's letting him off the hook here, big style. So I expect now ace jack to bet turn, ace queen to bet turn, ace 10 suited, maybe not. And other ace X suiteds, maybe not. So like ace, except ace 4 suited. Like if he could have ace 3 suited, ace deuce suited. I expect those to not bet. But yeah, even king jack I would expect bets turn. What do we do on river? I mean, he could have a total nothing hand that's going to take like a futile stab, like an 8-9 suited or 7-8 suited or 9-10 suited that has absolutely nothing. Like say 9-10 of clubs or 8-9 of clubs or 7-8 of clubs. They might bluff river, but yeah, what bluffs do we have? What would we bluff with here? I guess we could have, I don't even know. Some of our total give ups that 3-bet, what would they be? I don't even know. Yeah, triple check. Use this as one of your weaker A6, or your weakest A6, I should say. And I guess that guy just had Jack 10 suited or King 10 suited or something. 10-9 of clubs, so that didn't even bluff. That was one of the hands I thought maybe might take a stab, but didn't. Just happy to check it down. Interesting. But the initial read was correct. I didn't expect there to be a lot of bluffing in that situation. Oh, he just exposed his screen name again here. Poker University. That's a poor screen name. It's gotta be said. It's a poor screen name choice. It's the best you can come up with? Oh man. Whippersnappers, young fellas these days, man. Man, I bet he's probably got a coaching program called Poker University. That's my money's on that. My money's on that. Yeah, so far the hands haven't been that insanely different. I wonder if he's playing now. I doubt it. No. A6 offsuit. Well, this is a hand I wouldn't be defending personally, just with the rake and everything. Even if it's, I think it was 2.5x. I think A6 off with the rake is probably a 3-better fold, and it's probably just a fold, I think. He double checks, which he's probably gonna mix, I'm assuming. You got to be careful at these stakes against the more reasonable players. This board, they're going to have some strong checks. Like, they're going to have aces and kings and jacks and, even sets. Maybe not sets, but maybe occasionally. Some non-0%. So they're going to have overpairs. Not really sets, probably, but they're gonna be checking overpairs on this board a lot. So you can't just auto lead turn with a 6 because yes, he's going to have a bunch of ace highs, but he's also going to have, just a bunch of pairs, better pairs than a 6. So, but he's also going to have some delay bluffs too. So checking makes a good amount of sense on turn, I think, because if say he has a hand like Queen 10, like that would be a hand that might not want to bet always on the flop, but he'll start bluff, or Jack 10 or Jack 9 of diamonds or something. So, yeah, I wouldn't have done this. Wouldn't have done that. I think. I think. That's interesting. Like, what is he? Yeah, I don't understand that. That's weird. This play, I don't know. Seems low frequency if it's a raise.
Here, I'm not gonna raise that big. Just targeting the king jack, jack 10 is here. I'm not gonna raise that big. Just targeting the king jack, jack 10, king queen. All the step of things can usually delay.
Yep. I would just wonder how you have, if you raise that always, which he's not going to raise it always, but if you raise that a good amount, your double check range, double check call range becomes a little bit weaker, does it not? Raising purely for protection. I don't know. I don't know. I could see it against really bad players who don't protect their flop check range at all, but I'm assuming a 200 NL regular is gonna do that, but I don't know. What do you do on the left? See, this is a spot where I don't really know what to do. Good board for us since we're depolarized and have, like, I mean, we have Jack Queen suited, probably maybe even Jack Queen offsuit occasionally. Button should only have, we block Jack Queen obviously, but he should only have the suited variety, but who knows? Lots of King Jack, King Queen, Queen 10, Queen 9 suited, Jack 9 suited, Ace Jack, Ace Queen. A lot of hands that just aren't folding flop. So this hand, I don't know. This hand really doesn't want to get raised, I don't think. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but I don't know. Maybe it mixes. I would check it a good amount myself, but we'll see what he does. All right, he does check, and he turns the. I'm telling you, stars is something else. I'm telling you right now, there's more royal flush and straight flush boards. I mean, it's happening so much to everybody. I just don't get it, how it's possible, but variance, I guess. Anyway, now we got a straight with a redraw to a royal flush. Bets and gets a fold. Alright. Pretty insane how these boards keep coming off though. I guess it's standard and normal. I don't know. Jack 9 suited. 3-bets. I don't think I would have 3-bet it this time, personally. Just because you've been 3-betting this guy a lot. Wouldn't expect to get the folds. Given he's green and everything. I assume green is fish, but 3, 4, 5. Ooh, this one seems like you're gonna do something against the. I don't know. Is this a worse board? I guess this would be worse if he was like small blind versus button or something. No backdoor spades. We do block jacks and 9s, which is nice. I can see this being a bet. One of the hands you put in your sometimes bet, but high frequency check. There's the 4 straight. And they give up. Wonder if he's gonna notice it coming from GG. This absolutely is not normal, though. I don't give a fuck, man. I've tried to ignore it as much as I can. This absolutely is not normal. What goes on stars is not normal at all. Good board for the big blind here. Not going to get to see the 4 straight this time. think ace deuce of spades. Yeah, this. He likes a check raise. He likes a check raise. Just seems like you got better hands to do it with. This is a bit out of line, I think, this ace deuce. Maybe sometimes it's alright, but man, you got so many. You got ace 4, ace 5, you got king 5, king 4, you got all these hands. Check's turn. Check river. I wouldn't have check raised this one. Ace deuce. Not to mention you've still got all your gutters and everything to check. Like your pure bluffs, your pure bluff check raises are what? I guess this, but I think you've got too many other ones that you could choose from. You've got, like I say, you've got ace 5, ace 4, which are a lot better than ace deuce. You got ace, what else? What else you got? A hand like, yeah, I guess ace 4, ace 5, and then king 4, king 5, you'll have those as well. And then your gutters and stuff, like 5, 7, and whatnot. I wouldn't be betting river either. This is bizarre. So he's repping. What is he repping when he does this? Like, is he claiming that he's check raised a 6 somehow? Or a 3 somehow? I think he's going to get called this time. Yeah, this is getting called. All day, every day. This guy really can't have air, I don't think. Because I think he would bet turn with air. He's got at least ace high, I believe. And I think ace high is gonna snap him off this time. Yeah, I just don't think he's getting fold. We'll see though. Could be wrong, but I don't think he's gonna get credit for having a 6. Oh, he does get a fold. All right, maybe people fold way more than I expect. Wonder what that guy has to fold though. Like, how does he fold there? What does he have? Maybe he's peeling flop too wide. I wouldn't have done that for sure. I guess he's thinking he has enough, like... See, these are the spots you gotta get. You see this one here? Against the fish, these just never come up. Ever. Like, I can play 6 hours a day and have this spot once. I don't know how they do it. This is what you want against the fish. As the fish clearly has an ace. Thinks he's chopping with a bunch of aces. He's never folded an ace. Yeah. It's an excellent spot. That's how you make your money right there. Pocket eights. Do we ever check pocket eights on this board? I can see it sometimes. He had 10 oh no, gosh, I was gonna say. He had ace deuce offsuit, so yeah. Pocket eights, we go small. Yeah. I can see checking 8 sometimes though. Check turn for sure. I can't believe that guy folded when we had the ace deuce. Well, what do you do against a bet here with pocket eights? I don't think it's a very good bluff catcher. In the sense that he's gonna peel flop with ace jack, ace 7, any ace with a backdoor flush draw probably. What else? Ace 6, ace 5. He can have 7-4 sometimes, I guess. He could have 5-3 suited. He can have pocket threes. I guess that's in there as well. He could even have ace 3. Also, yeah. And we block stuff like 8-9, 7-8. I would fold this one. I would fold and call with my like 10 jacks and whatever else. 10 jack, probably your best one. He does fold. All right. Would have played that the same, although I might check flop occasionally. Not always. As per, not always. It's never always. Pocket 10, standard call, flop a set on a monotone board. We're going to bet the turn. What are we going to bet the turn? Size-wise? Size-wise? See what he decides. Does he go small? No, he's going big. Jack Queen, we check multi-way. Seems reasonable. I would be betting turn on the left. Well, we'd have chose same size on right. Yeah, I think overbet's quite reasonable because this guy should have a fair few queens that he's just check flop with. Even like I wouldn't be surprised even if something like kings with a club or aces with a club or even without his check flop here sometimes too. Probably just had sevens with a club though, because that's how these people run. Let's see. He's trying to guess his hand. This guy likes to try and guess hands. This guy makes a lot. He goes for a lot of faces when he plays. He looks like he's having a very difficult bowel movement. Sevens with a club. Ha! Called it. That's how they run. It's just how they run. That's how they run. That's how you get a big win rate. Is just run this way. That's how you do it. I guess maybe that ace deuce flop is how you actually do it. But man, they have a lot of fucking. They get a lot of spots like this. Set over set. Sevens with a club. Pretty ideal situation. I haven't seen him take anything like we take so far. We've got to be just running. It's got to be the AIDS run. It's got to be. But is it gonna be? Is it gonna be a lifetime thing, or is this gonna end and get better at some point? Nines check. All right. Ace nine suited. I probably don't 3-bet this that much, and I hate this spot really. He's gonna bet though. He'll range bet this spot, I guess. And nines on the right. Versus big bet. Oh, don't like it. I don't like it. Nine's no spade. So why is the spade important? The spade, most people think it's because you have the backdoor flush draw, but that's only part of it. Having the spade means that your outs are clean as well. So if you have the 9 of spades in your hand and you turn a 9, it's never going to bring in the flush, which that's a very important, so you never get, you never have to, which in this situation, a lot of his semi bluffs are spades. So one of your nines is a spade in this case, which is bad. Because when you play a big pot, he's gonna have a lot of flushes. So that's one of the reasons why having the 9 of spades is better, along with the backdoor spades. I don't know what he's gonna do. I can see folding this to this size. I can see it without a spade. He does check on the left. That's cool. Yeah, check fold. All right. I would feel really weird about doing that, but I would do it, I think. Check fold on the left also. Yep. I thought he would just range bet because that's usually what he does. Oh, he's going to check raise. Oh. Yeah, no. Man, this guy just wants to win. He likes to bluff, this dude. He's just got better hands to check raise. I think that one's... That one's out of line. Out of line. He's almost finished, so... Almost finished. I'd say his introduction to stars has been, it's been reasonable so far. He's in Estonia, which is weird. I think he's French. I think he's French. I think. But he's loaded. He's probably loaded so he can just go wherever he wants. Estonia, I don't think has rake back, but it looks of his thing. He doesn't have the little... He doesn't have anything there. Just has little stars up there. Maybe Estonia. I know some countries in Europe no longer have rake back. Like I don't think Germany and Austria do anymore. Can't do the challenges or the chests over there. Ace 9, open her up. This is our hand I would do some checking with. I don't know what he's going to do, but I would check sometimes. So this one, he does. Jack turn, we would check again, I think. Well, to me it would be obvious. To him, he's hard to tell what he's going to do. King river. Yep. Ace 9's too good. Yep. Ace queen, this is another one I would do some checking here. In this spot. Ace queen of diamonds. I would never do the pot size bet like he was going for there. He does land on a check. All right, fold. Oh, he drinks that weird water, that Italian water that costs like $6 a bottle or something. Carbonated garbage. Don't like it. Tried the Perrier, tried that one. Don't like it. No, not a fan. But French people are into that sort of thing. They love that shit up in Quebec. Here we go. Ace King, balls deep. Here we go. Ace King, balls deep. Do you ever just call from these positions? Surely you do. Sometimes. Surely it mixes between 4-bet and call. So it doesn't really matter what he does. He's going to do both, I'm pretty sure. But your 4-bet size is going to increase pretty significantly when you get this deep. But he's not going that big. He's only going... Oh, he went 24 blinds over 7. So that's pretty big. Welcome to our world here. He didn't flop a pair in either 3-bet pots. This one I probably wouldn't have checked. This ace 10 with the ace of hearts. Probably would have bet there, mostly. Ace king on the left. You just... I don't even know what you do. I think it's a good board for us, though, because he really never has deuces, never has 5s, rarely has 7s. So I think we can bet when we have the ace of clubs here. He's going a bit of third, it looks like. Just, yeah, right around a third. Ace 10, I can't see him betting now. That's just so weird. This is so weird to me, this. Like, what better hands are you making fold here? Ace Jack, I guess, exactly. uh... Does that even fold? No, no worse hands are calling, surely. I don't know. I can't fathom that one, really. It works, though. Man, these guys fold a lot at 200, eh? Interesting. I don't know. I would never have done that. Would never have done that after checking flop. But I wouldn't have checked flop either very often. So, interesting. On the left, I would be worried on the left that from these positions, I would be worried he just has mostly nines through queens as his pocket pairs, maybe even kings, maybe even aces. That doesn't 5-bet. And obviously jacks. Obviously some jack X of clubs, maybe like king jack of clubs or something like that. We block ace jack of clubs, which is nice. But I don't know about this. He could even have something like ace king of hearts, ace queen of hearts. I don't know. I'm lost in these 4-bet pots deep like this. This just seems like you're blasting off to me. And now you can't do anything on this river. I don't think so. Just seems like yeah, I don't know. 7-6 of clubs. Okay. I don't know about what is he thinking there, I wonder. Barreling that turn. I mean, he's probably planning on jamming a club, which would have been a disaster this time. I want to see what he's thinking about on turn here.
Okay, is then just going to bet big with my hands. Okay, really difficult for them to pull enough in this spot. Ace king here, I'm going to bet.
Okay, so he says it's really difficult for them to call enough. Alright, so he's not really worried about what his hand is necessarily.
Turn again, bet bigger size here. Okay, yeah, now I don't have the shoots to bluff this. Still going to think about it because if he has kings or even queens, it's really difficult. Yeah, I'm just going to check. He has 7-6 of clubs. Call really fast pre-flop. That's interesting. If I had this hand that when he's preventing a bit too much, and if he's calling this, that also means that he will fold too much river. But I can't really know.
Interesting. So this guy, is an interesting player. Definitely a red liner, I would think. Not so much in the way of his calling, but I don't think he's a big bluff catcher. I think it's more of bluffing himself. So interesting stuff. It's a good Alright, so there is that, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. This is a disaster. 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 That's what this is. Disaster. I think he ran pretty well there. I mean, yeah, it was, what did he have? He had, other than, he had a weird spot with that ace king in a 4-bet pot where I guess he was going to bluff club river. I think the missed club river he probably wasn't going to bluff. But the club river that time would have cost him a bit. So he actually kind of ran hot in that spot in a way. So, yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Let's see. What else has he got? Oh, he's got a lot of videos. Holy smokes. Let's see. What does he do at 100 on GG? Let's see. 100 nil. Over here on the GG, let's see. An open. All right. Pretty bad flop, really, isn't it? For your exact hand. I can see checking this. I can see betting as well. Fire off some barrels, potentially. Having the 7's probably not great, though. Although it is the right 7 to have. Yeah. He gives up. That's what I would want to do, but I would probably bet sometimes. But I would probably not with the 7, I don't think. Now, he's going to have some hands like what? Like 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, Jack 8. So I don't think you bluff this. Queen 7. If you're going to bluff, I think you've got a lot of other hands to pick from besides Queen High. It's just, yeah, and I don't think it's like a spot people necessarily overfold either. Ace King, sometimes flatting. Had a good clip, actually. I think Ace King flats. But also 3 bets. That's a horrific board. Oh, he's going to go for the check raise with Queen 7. So I would have never even considered this. Would have never considered this. I would have checked the Ace King on the left, though. They could try to make this guy fold an ace. Or, I guess, some sort of miss flush draw, like maybe a Queen 8 of diamonds, Queen 9 of diamonds, Queen 10 of diamonds, Queen Jack of diamonds, King 7 of diamonds, King 4 of diamonds, I guess. Yeah. I wouldn't have done this, though. I think when no bet turn, people are relatively ace heavy, and they just don't fold. Looks like he might fold, though. He does fold. Man, we don't bluff enough. This guy bluffs in all kinds of spots that I don't. Ace King, we would have played the same. I definitely wouldn't have check raised there. Wouldn't have done it. Jack 10 offs. Jack 10 suited. What was that? Don't know. Watch a couple more minutes of this, and I'm gonna. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Not sure I would have checked the Jack 7 very often either. I definitely wouldn't be doing. I think he's just fucking around. This might not even be worth watching. Yeah, I think we'll put this one to rest and say it's not a. I don't want to watch someone do that kind of stuff that I don't think they would do if they were playing normal stakes. Not saying it's a bad play. I just don't think it's. I just think it's a test. More of a test than anything else. David K is on the up. He's up to 1660 now, hey? Okay, okay. I'm gonna try something starting tonight. Or tomorrow, whenever I start it. I gotta do it for my own confidence. I have to do it. We'll do our own sort of challenge. Not gonna stream it. At least not on Twitch or anything. But gotta do something. I gotta feel like I'm working towards something. Just test something here real quick. There, this will be a good test. The test. Well, I also wanted to test this just in case I look weird, but that's fine. I wanted to try this. Take this off. Do options. There, close this. Check that. Okay, so that's how that's gonna work then. And I wanted to test this. And just see how these tile now. If it's any better. No, not really any better. Still pretty small. Yeah, it makes no difference. No difference. So there's that. I gotta go back in here and turn this back on. There. Turn that back on. Check that again. Yep. Alright. That'll do it.